How is everyone? Okay, great. Are you all good? Okay, I will need a little bit of audience participation because today we will talk about Phlex and more. Let's talk about ERB. Let's talk about rendering our pretty things with HTML. Let's talk about it. So most of us write a lot of HTML, and I'm wondering, like, who here is really in love with their few helpers in Rails? Can I hear? Okay. Who here is in love with ERB? Bit more enthusiasm. Who here is in love with few components? Okay. And who is in love with Ruby and Rails? Exactly. Like, I feel there's a lot of enthusiasm about Rails, about Ruby, but not so much when it comes to the view layer. And that's the same for me until I've found the gem Phlex. So what is Phlex? Phlex is a way to write HTML with Ruby, to generate HTML with Ruby. So we get this basic class, Phlex HTML. Let's build a little something. We can make a renderable thing. So we can render a list, and this list will come from will inherit from the Phlex HTML base class. And how you get content in there is by responding with a template instance method. In this class, we have wonderful methods like UL, like label, like div, like article. For every HTML tag there is, you will have a Ruby method that will accept keyword arguments for the attributes and a block to have content inside. So this way, now we have this pretty class with two wonderful conferences. But you think like, yes, so what? I could have written that in HTML. I completely agree. It only really plays out its strength when we take it and make it Ruby. So once we have that, we can extract methods. We can use inheritance. We can extract modules, include them. We can create entire DSLs to express our views that are sometimes very dynamic. So I gave you a quick few examples of what that might look like. This is an ERB example of rubygems.org, the search show page. You see there's a lot of stuff going on with this tags, there's conditionals. It's actually hard to orient yourself. If we would express that with a Phlex view, we can extract these methods like, okay, we have an error message here, so let's just extract that in its own method. And by this, we now see a very clear structure. Okay, there's something called yanked filter that may or may not be there. Then we have a nested if, so if we have the gems, we show the search results. If not, we show the suggestion results. So here we kind of divide it into the logic from the view into two, and we will have the actual HTML parts generated in methods, private methods, for example. Another example is, when I think of tables, I think in columns. I don't think in rows and headers. I think in columns. And I would like to express it this way. So you can, with few components, it is possible to create something where you can create, say, have a table, and then on this table you call a column method where you put in the definition, like, okay, I have a column name for these products, we want to link to the product, and in the other column we have a description where we present a truncated description. You can do that in few components, but it's painful. With Phlex, Phlex is just Ruby, so these are just very regular methods. And you can go to the extreme. Like Phlex gives you the ability to abstract as much or as little as you want. And you can go to the extreme, say like, okay, I want to really build a form object, not just one that validates and saves something, but one that actually can render itself, have in the template their field definitions that validates, that actually from the template can see like, oh, he used these three fields, so these three things should be permitted parameters. So Phlex is really a lot of fun. It's actually also very performant, very fast, and it is just Ruby. Therefore, I encourage you, check it out, have fun with Phlex. And this is actually the address, phlex.fun is where you can find the docs. So thank you very much.